Hey, Harsha, we're back. We got another episode today talking with K-Tech Lab CEO, Harsha. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Satish.
So you've been hitting the talking circuit, which is awesome. One of the questions that we are constantly getting back from everybody watching our videos is what is BACnet? And I think we should talk about BACnet today. So tell us, what is BACnet?
Great. BACnet. This is the term we commonly use in buildings and building automation system. So BACnet is a communication protocol for building automation and control networks. As like we have Zigbee, we have Wi-Fi, we have Bluetooth, the way we communicate with other mobile phone. Similarly, BACnet is the way the building devices communicate with outside world. So think of it as if an operator wants to check the temperature or to see if the boiler is running the heat or not, so the information is provided via BACnet to the visual graphics that the operator looks at. So it's like a way to provide real-time data of all the devices in a building.
Right, right. And then for people that can't imagine it, like I can understand Wi-Fi because I can see it on my phone. I see the bars, right? Uh,
Yes.
uh, what's the best way to like visualize BACnet in our head? Is it like a hardware thing? Is it signals? Like what does that look like as a visual?
It's a protocol that sits on the device, like it's a protocol the on the device. So it if you visualize it, it's an object that defines how and what information to share.
Ah, okay, okay. So it's kind of like again for people that are curious about this stuff, and you've been great at educating me. It's like when I go to choose Wi-Fi, I see all of the different names of Wi-Fi signals. BACnet is one of those kind of protocols that somebody would choose.
Yes, so if you select your boiler, you can see the temperature, you can see the model of the boiler, you can see which version the boiler is running. So all that information is transmitted to you via BACnet.
Okay, so then my next question is, how do you secure that thing? Because if all that information is easily available, if I can connect to the BACnet, how do you make sure it doesn't get hacked?
So that's a very interesting question, because BACnet was originally developed at the time when there was no internet, or internet was hardly a thing. It was officially launched in 1995, and the goal was to provide interoperability among devices from different vendors. So
Hmm.
like how to use equipments from different vendors and make sure they talk the same language.
Right.
So now when we are connecting these traditional systems on internet, because back then we hardly used to connect our boilers or our chillers on internet, but now we do. And especially in COVID-19 time, we are doing remote access and controlling and managing buildings via remote access. So
Right.
now security is a big concern, and we have seen hacks via BACnet devices. So the community is doing their work. They are working on BACnet Secure, and that is being published last year in November, which is the secure version of BACnet.
Okay. And what's the difference once BACnet SE comes out? Like, what is the difference between today and the future?
So you can think BACnet SE as an IoT twist to BACnet.
Okay.
So that's a way to provide security to BACnet. Because now if we compare BACnet to BACnet SE, so BACnet has no inbuilt security.
Ah,
To
okay.
make sure all your BACnet devices are secure, you have to set up via IT techniques like use VLAN, use VPN, hide all your BACnet devices. With BACnet SE, the implementation will be a bit simpler.
Hmm.
The devices will communicate over encrypted language. Like they have used another protocol, that is TLS, that provides security, how the data is sent over internet.
Right.
And it also eliminates the need of static IP address.
Hmm.
But even though BACnet SE will be there for vendors to implement on their devices, but ideally, the way to make sure your BACnet devices are secure, so use authentication,
Mm,
grant access, make sure who is accessing your BACnet devices, and also enable encryption so
interesting.
that all the communication between devices and to your graphical interface is secured.
Right. And from a K-Tech Lab perspective, at what point can you get involved in helping companies look at the BACnet security or secure level?
So at KTech Labs, we do assessment and we provide remediation services. So as part of our assessment, not only we assess the software, we do assess your BACnet network. We check all the BACnet devices and your IP network that is being used to set up your BACnet network.
Mhm.
And as part of the remediation services, we implement authentication and encryption techniques to make sure your BACnet devices are secure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, listen, we wanted to create like a quick bite-sized conversation around BACnet. This has been very insightful. I'm sure anybody watching it that didn't understand what BACnet was before will get a bit more of a thorough walkthrough. And then we'll be back next week with another hot topic in cybersecurity.
Great.
Thanks, Azure.
Thank you.